Most people negotiate the cost of success so long that they could have just paid it already and gotten there. Now, what does that mean? It means a lot of things. In business and in life, there's hidden cost to everything that you do. Let's talk about your business startup for starters. For YouTube, say you want to grow a YouTube channel. The cost of success in YouTube is making, on average, 50 to 100 videos. It's going to take, on average, based off of statistics, it takes pretty much anybody about 50 to 100 videos to get that one viral moment that is going to take them up over 1,000 subscribers. Now, if you're looking at this and trying to play the slow game, I can do one a week. You'll hit 50 videos in a year if you're consistent and you do it every single week. But what happens if you take weeks off or you get into a little slump? Now you get like 40 videos in your first year, and that's kind of what I was looking at with my YouTube journey when I started this channel just about a year ago now. And I started off, I was trying to do one a week, every single week. And then I had a couple situations where, I didn't make a video in time, so it wasn't ready to launch right away. So it was like a week and a half between videos. There was one time I missed a week. So I ended up with like 30-ish videos in my first year. 30-ish videos isn't going to cut it. It's not enough to get the algorithm the information that it needs to get you in front of the people that are going to enjoy your videos. So I stopped negotiating the cost of success, and that's such a hard word to say for some reason right now, but I decided to start making videos every single day. And what is that going to do for you? It's going to do two different things. First off, you're going to get to that 50 to 100 videos way faster. In 1 month, you're going to put out 30 videos if you can maintain that for the whole month. And then when you're making videos every single day, you're going to get exponentially better at a really fast rate. Because you're doing it every single day, you're getting used to being on camera, you have enough time to process what you just did, but then you're jumping right back into it and doing it again. You just get so much better, so much faster. To give you another example of something where the more you do, the better you get. When I was younger, in my early 20s, I was selling Kirby vacuums. We were going door to door, working on the van, knocking doors, getting into the house, doing the demo. And my mentor, it's weird to say you have a mentor in Kirby sales, but my good buddy that brought me in to work at that company was the top sales rep. He was one of like the top guys in the nation. He sold like 2 out of 3 of every show that he went on. Insane high close rates. And what he told me is that you need to do 3 demos a day. If you do 3 demos a day, you're going to sell 1 a day. If you only do 2, you're not going to sell 1 a day. And the reason for that, it sounds like it's just a small change in numbers, but if you're doing 3 demos a day, you're always crisp. You're always on point. You know exactly what you're doing. You get into a rhythm. But if you're only doing 1 or 2 a day, you might sell 1 or 2 a week, because when you're going in to do these demos, you're just not as sharp, you're not as crisp, you haven't done it as much, you're just not in control of what you're doing at the same level as when you are doing 3 a day. So that's one of the costs of success. What's another cost of success? Say you're just starting your business and you need a website, but the website's going to cost you, you can do websites pretty cheap these days. It's going to cost you $500 for a mediocre website. A real legit WordPress website is, unless you're going to build it yourself, it's going to cost you a couple grand at a minimum. If you guys are website guys, go ahead and argue with me about that in the comments. But from the work that I've done, I haven't been able to find somebody to build websites for me for much cheaper than that. So you're negotiating the cost of success. You want to build start a company. You need a website to be able to do it. You don't want to pay the money. You're sitting there, you're hemming, you're hawing about having to spend the money to get the website built, to be able to start your business. You could have just paid to get the website built, started working on it, and 1 or 2 months that you've been sitting here thinking about it have already gone by, and you already recouped the costs and are starting to make a profit. So there's another cost of success where it costs money to run a business. Any business, I don't care what it is, it's going to cost you something, whether it's the supplies that you need as a carpenter. Maybe the majority of it is even just your time, the effort that you put in. You can go and start a YouTube channel today and just use the stuff that you already own. You got a cell phone with a camera on it. You can just use the microphone that's inside the the iPhone that you're using, it's not really the best idea because the audio is not going to be great. But you can start a YouTube channel today and just have those things. So now the cost of success is you making the videos every single day. You see where I'm going with this? So if you want to achieve a certain thing in your life, it really comes down to what are you willing to pay to get the results that you're looking for. Sometimes that pay is financial. It's coming with actual dollars out of your wallet to start the business, to buy the business, to buy the product or the inventory that you need to turn around and sell, the items to make the product. Maybe it's a craft and you're selling necklaces that you're making. You still have to pay for the raw materials to make them. You know, all these things have a cost. And if you just stop thinking about it and just start taking action, you're actually going to get the results at some point. It might not happen overnight, you know, just like YouTube. If anybody's watching this and either has a YouTube channel or is thinking about starting a YouTube channel and has been, you know, researching it, you know it's not an overnight success. You see the videos of, I posted my first video and got 50,000 views and 5,000 subscribers. You know, those are 1 out of a million type scenarios. It doesn't happen. You know, you can't expect that as a result. What you can expect is the statistics of YouTube to be true. If you sit down and you learn the art, you make quality thumbnails that you keep improving, you keep researching on how to make better and better thumbnails, you keep making videos every single day or 2 or 3 times a week, and you keep getting better and better at making videos. You put in the equity, the sweat equity of actually sitting down and recording the video like I am today on a Saturday when I want to go golfing right now and I want to go to the driving range and I want to go look at new, you know, wedges to complete my set that I'm putting together this year to take to South Carolina. I'm doing a video right now and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to edit it and I'm going to make my thumbnail and I'm going to post it earlier in the day than I normally do because I want to go and enjoy the rest of the day. I'm not negotiating the cost of success for my YouTube business by saying, oh, it's Saturday, I don't feel like it today, I'm going to skip this video. No, I'm sitting down, I'm doing the video, I'm getting it done, I'm doing as good of a job as I can, I'm going to post it and I'm going to get it out to you because I'm being consistent. I made a promise to myself that I'm going to be consistent with this business that I'm starting right here. This is you starting a YouTube channel is starting a business, unless you're just doing it for fun. And if you're just doing it for fun, you're not going to put that much effort into it because it's a lot of work. But I'm being consistent with what I said I'm going to do. I'm looking at this as a 5 to 10 year business plan. And I know that if I am consistent with putting out, right now I'm doing every day. It's not going to be every day forever, but I'm doing every day to get my practice, to get my skills built, to help warm up the algorithm, to understand who the people are that want to see my videos, you know, all this stuff. I'm doing it every day and I'm being consistent because I know over the course of a year, which is basically just passed, and then 4 more years. So at the top of 5 years, I can pretty much guarantee I'm going to have some level of success. And then after another 5 years, I'm going to have even more success. And I'm going to be able to achieve a lot of the goals that I'm looking for in achieving this. And let's just go off on a side note real quick before I wrap this video. If you are thinking currently about starting a business, let me give you one piece of advice, and you can take it or leave it. That's up to you. If you're thinking about starting a business, think about how much time and effort you're going to have to put into this business for the results that you're getting. And then what is your exit plan? You need to think on day one, what is your exit plan from this business? Now, I don't mean closing the business. I mean for you to be able to step back and let the business run by itself. YouTube is a great example of a very solid business that you can start. You know, whether you're selling courses or just using the YouTube monetization to make money there, because you can get away with making YouTube videos once a week, twice a week, something like that. And as long as your following is big enough, you're going to continue getting those views. You're going to continue getting the ad revenue. You're going to have sponsors reaching out to you. You're going to be able to make good money over the course of time by doing that, where it's not going to dominate your life. So the point of this, let me wrap it up, is I don't want you to start a business, or I don't suggest or recommend that you start a business that it 100% relies on you. So another example, a good friend of mine is a horseshoer. He's a farrier, and he has an incredible business. He makes great money, but there is no exit from his business. He can't even really sell the business because his hands are the ones that do the magic on those horses' feet. He is really, really, really good at his craft. People hire him and he has a wait list because he is so good at his craft. You can give his tools to somebody else and they will not be able to complete the work at the level and quality that he does. So he does not have an exit from this business. Yes, he works for himself. He makes his own schedule. He has a decent amount of freedom because of that. He makes great money, but he does not have an exit. So when you're starting your business, think about this. Am I going to be able to turn around and sell this business? Or at the very least, am I going to be able to grow this business to a certain size and hire somebody to come in and replace me? And then you can collect your checks and go do other things, whether it be vacation. Say it's a great business and you make a lot of money. Do you want to go on vacations? Do you want to travel? What are the other things you have for goals in your life? You got to think about that stuff. That's why I think YouTube and online content creation is such a great example of something that you can do long term, make big money, and still be able to kind of walk away from it. So back to the beginning, don't negotiate the cost of success so long that you could have just paid it and gotten there already. Stop thinking about it. If it costs money to start your business, just pay the money. If this is a business you want to do, just pay the money and get it done. That's kind of all I have to say with that. So thanks for watching, guys. If you have any interest in checking out some of my products, free stuff, write down in the comments below my free personal brand guide to get you started, and it'll hopefully help you out. And I hope you're having a great day. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you guys here tomorrow. Have a good one.